focused on me.
Probably have flour all over my glasses.
So are we turning into a cooking channel?
I think so. We're having so much fun. But that's what you do in winter, though. You just try to pack on the pounds to stay warm.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we've always tried to do.
We should just say hi first.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Monday. It was a long day at work for you. It was a long day at work for me.
Complete impromptu video, not planned, but we were too excited, so we wanted to share.
Yeah. It's one of the things that we try to do. We are first and foremost a homesteading YouTube channel, but we try to take it all the way from growing the food, preserving the food, and also cooking the food. So we try to incorporate all of it into what we do and what we share with you guys when we can.
And a lot about homesteading for me especially, not this guy so much, but for me has been teaching myself to cook from scratch. Like, I raised my kids, I was raised on, you know, the 80s, 90s convenience foods. What do you buy prepackaged at the store?
Frozen chicken nuggets.
Yeah. So teaching myself to cook from scratch has been one of the most rewarding experiences for me. I've tell my kids just jokingly the other day that Mom didn't really learn how to cook till she was 40 years old. But tonight we made homemade pasta for the first time. And it was so fun and it turned out so good. That unfortunately I didn't film a video on it because I have been so intimidated to even think I could do that. And it was so easy.
So there will be a video coming out soon on how we made this pasta. And
I mean, seriously, finish to start, 10 minutes, making spaghetti, making fettuccine. And it's like edible raw good. Like
very good. And a lot of it comes from that flour that you used, the salmonella flour.
Yeah.
Semolina.
Yeah. I used 1 part semolina, 1 part einkorn. So I can't wait to share that recipe with you, but we're going to go ahead and share what Todd's cooking up for dinner tonight.
Yeah. What's for dinner video.
Yeah.
So we cooked up some of this, or we are going to cook up some of this fettuccine. We have some Dearborn brand hot Italian sausage. I'm going to throw these on the grill real quick. Get these grilled up so that they're cooked. We'll bring them inside. We'll let them cool off a little bit, and then the sausage will be the meat portion of our pasta that we're going to have.
And why are we using Dearborn brand sausage?
But it's made in Michigan.
But not our own.
Oh, because we don't have our pigs back yet.
We're all out of sausage, so we are having to buy.
And when we do, we try to support Michigan when we can.
Yes, Dearborn hot dogs, Dearborn Franks, they are our go-to, what do you call it? Cultured sausage food, I don't know. So yeah, excited. What else? Are we going to have a veggie with it at all?
I don't think so.
No?
We'll see.
Okay.
Impromptu.
This is how we eat.
I'm cooking dinner and we thought we'd bring you guys along.
Oh, I can't wait to share the video though, guys. Seriously.
Water's boiling. So this is just water with 2 to 3 tablespoons of salt. I'm just going to slowly drop this in. And as a memory to Dan, her favorite way to stir pasta was with a chopstick. So, Dan, we miss you.
Oh. And now how long does homemade pasta cook differently than store-bought?
Well, since this isn't dried, it's going to cook faster than if we would have let it dry first.
Okay.
So it won't take too long to cook. Maybe once it comes back to a boil, probably like 4 to 5 minutes. But I need to go get them sausages cooking. Well, it is not just Rachel. Change of plans. As if you guys would expect anything else. I went out to put these sausages on the gas grill and the grill's not working. I think either the regulator went bad, I tried a different propane tank, still wouldn't go. So I'm just gonna cut these sausages in half lengthwise, toss them in a cast iron skillet, get them cooked, and then once they're cooked, we'll let them cool, and then we'll slice them into smaller pieces to throw into our meal. Pasta's about done. We're just gonna drain this in the sink and leave it in some cold water so it stops the cooking process for now until we get everything else ready. While the sausages are cooking away, we'll slice up a couple of onions. Love caramelized onions in all kinds of things.
If you guys are looking for a good storage onion, the copra onions are incredible.
Yeah, I just went down to the pantry and pulled out the milk crate that Rachel had stashed back there, and they look good. I mean, perfectly good onions. When we harvest them, August?
August.
Oh, wait. Sausage is about done. We'll pull these off. I'm going to stick these in the fridge for a few minutes so that they cool, so they're easier to cut. This pan with all this goodness in it, we're keeping that though. I'm going to add maybe half a stick of butter. And we'll toss in these onions so these can start cooking while our sausage cools off. Sausages should be cooled enough now that I can handle these without burning myself. And we just like them in like small little bite-sized pieces, especially with pasta like this. It makes it easier to eat them. And by pre-cooking them ahead of time, you get a nice even cook across them.
Ladies, don't be jealous of my man's chopping skills.
Tastes good? There we go. So we'll add this back in. Shortly, once our onions cook up some more, I'll show you kind of where they are now. So cooking up nice, getting nice and brown. Flavors are all starting to come out. Won't be long now. Just need to soften them up a little bit. Okay, add a little more butter. Onions are done, or pretty darn close to being done. Some garlic. So the pasta, I did put it back with the water that it was in on the burner back here on low, just to warm the water up, because I don't want to put cold pasta in with this. I want it to be somewhat warm. And when you cook garlic like this, don't overcook your garlic. If you overcook it, it's going to get bitter. So leave it in just long enough that you start to get the fragrance out of it. All right, looking good. So the pasta is heated back up. I drained it in the sink. Some pizza sauce. Some little basil. I don't have heavy whipping cream, so we'll use a little milk. Dogs are getting a treat. This is probably not the best pan to mix this in, but we'll make it work. Trying to use one pan and do less dishes. It's all nice and heated through. Sauce started to thicken a little bit. Nice and creamy. I think it's time to eat. Oh. Got a little pepper. Pinch of salt. Hungry now?
Yes. Oh my gosh. You guys don't know how blessed I am that I married a chef. Oh my gosh. He's such a good cook. Take the simplest of things and just make them amazing. The kids grew up having pasta a lot, but always something different. We would just say it's Papa's pasta because you never knew what was going to be in it or how it was cooked.
So the recipe? Don't have one. I just made it up as I went along.
Yeah.
It's basically how I do probably 95% of my cooking, if not more. I make it up as I go. I spent probably 7 or 8 years cooking professionally in restaurants from the time I was 17 until I was 24, 25, something like that. And you really learn over time, you really learn flavors and what goes well with what and how much of this to use and how much of that to use. And it's kind of just like engraved in my head now. So
Yeah. That's why I have you come and taste things to say
Yeah,
what is in need, because I'm not like trained that way.
You get some cheese?
I did. I got some.
Lunch for tomorrow.
So anyway, I can't wait to share with you guys our pasta recipe. I don't know if it was different. I ended up having to make it up as I went, but it turned out pretty darn good.
Nailed it.
The noodles almost melt in your mouth. So good.
Yeah. They're nice and chewy still. I mean, they're not overcooked, that's for sure. But the pasta was very good. So this was a very impromptu video. We didn't plan on doing a video. Rachel wanted to experiment making pasta. I made pasta a lot professionally in restaurants, so I'll come help you. Turned out great, easy. We will do a follow-up video for you on how to make the pasta and the machine that we used.
Can I dig at you a little bit? Because people know I like to dig at you.
Sure.
So I asked him once we threw this all together, it was like literally like 10 minutes beginning to end. And I've been begging to say, you guys know how much I was like, I don't want to depend on the grocery store. I want to be able to build enough skills and capabilities I can produce what our family needs. And pasta is one of those things he kept buying at the store. And I'm like, why don't we just make it ourselves? We have, the flour and the eggs and everything that we need. He's like, because it's just convenient. And I'm like, that's not the intent. But did you have fun making pasta with me?
Yes.
And isn't it so much better?
It's very good.
Aww. Have I converted you to making homemade pasta? Maybe.
Sometimes we will.
Okay. I said, see, we can do this like every Sunday or every Saturday. Just make a batch of pasta, and that's our pasta for the week. It really is that simple, so I can't wait to share it with you guys.
It was good.
Thanks, guys, for coming along for our Monday dinner.
Yeah. What's for dinner? Monday edition. If you want to add anything just as I've been eating it. A little bit of white wine. Right as your onions and garlic are finishing, a little white wine to deglaze the pan. It would have added a really nice flavor.
Yeah. And we have all that garlic pesto that we made last year. That would have been another good variation.
Yeah, so hope you enjoyed cooking with Todd. We'll do it again. I think next up is spinach pie.
Oh, yes. Talk to you guys later. Oops. So good.